Hello and welcome. We are going to be playing Galactic Star Wars Battleground today for a little bit. I'm going to go through kind of the basic of it first, and then we'll build on our video collection from there. So I'm just going to start here with moving and attacking, and we can go from there. So here, before we begin any game, it's going to give us objectives. And we can see here we need to explore this new world, following Qui-Gon's instructions to find the camp of Chewbacca's father at Tituchuk. There's also an intelligence button down here, which just kind of goes into a little bit deeper objective. It's more in depth, I guess. And then reconnaissance here gives you the lay of the land on what exactly is going on. So we're just going to click OK on that. So they kind of give us a backstory. We've landed onto this new planet, and we are to explore it before unloading other troops and workers and such. So we're just going to move down here to these markers. Now when we select Chewbacca, we can either left click on him, or we can highlight a box by simply left clicking and then just dragging our mouse and then releasing, and it's going to select everybody inside that box. Now we only have one unit, so it's not too crazy right now. And then down here underneath our tech level, it's going to show us what we have. So right now we've selected Chewbacca. Here's his health, is 200 out of 200. That tells you who he belongs to. So right now he is part of the Wookiees wolf pack. This here is his attack strength, so he's 9 plus 5 right now. This is his armor, and this is his range. This is how far he can see and how far he can shoot. So this, kind of where it gets shaded, this light color here is what he can see. The shade is what he can't see. So as we move, we can't really see it, but as we move, this gray will get bigger as we move away from our landing craft here. So again, we're just going to select him. We're just going to right click. So here we got another marker. So you can see that it's kind of gray now. So if enemies were to come from this tree line, so here you can see that. So if there was enemy in here, we could see the enemy walking through here, but once they hit this gray, we're going to lose track of where they are. So here, if we go to select two types of different units, this is Chewbacca and this is Shorin, we are going to need to draw a box to select them. And then this gives us some options down here, which I'll go over a little bit later on. So we're just going to move these guys here to the north. Okay, I'm going to stop him for a minute. So, so this is enemy, and it says down here what it is. So if we just left click on the unit or on the building here, it tells us that it's a power core. It has a 126 out of 250 health, and then it also tells us who it's from. So this is for the Trade Federation, dangers of Ares Prime. And it says that it's enemy, so we know that we can attack it. Now we're just going to go down here and select our units, and then if we just right click on it, our units will move right to it. So there we can see them attacking it, and they'll do this on their own. We don't need to do anything with them. So we're just going to follow our markers up here north. Looks like we got a bunch more here that we're just going to keep going up to. So there's Atichuchuk. So we're just going to select all three here and move them. And then we're just going to be right clicking on the Gundarks to select their targets for them. And that's that. I'll talk a little bit more. I'll talk a little bit more in the resource, or the gathering resource section, section 2, about what exactly is going on. Qui-Gon talks quite a bit in these until you get down here a little ways. So again, I'm going to try to let him talk as much as possible, but I might jump in and talk over him. But you can always read what he says up in the top left-hand corner there too. Okay, so again, here's our objectives, and we're going to learn how to gather resources with Qui-Gon's help. Gather 200 food, 100 carbon, 50 ore, and 50 nova crystals. Those are our objectives. This again is our intelligence. It says stay near the camp until Chewbacca arrives. You don't want your workers caught fighting Gundarks alone. Workers really aren't meant to fight anything. It also says look in the lower right corner for the objectives button. We'll go over that in a minute. And then our reconnaissance. A river cuts us off from the east. So over here we have a river, and then there is an impenetrable forest blocks our path to the west. So there's a forest on this side that we can't go through. Luckily we need to travel too far to find the resources we need, which is good for us. So here he's just going over how much resources that we need. So I'm just going to click on this worker here, and we can start gathering food. So these are little food bushes down here. I don't see any other food right off the bat, so I'm just going to right click on it, and he's going to get out his little harvester there, and he's just going to start collecting food. Now underneath here where his attack is, we can see this here, and this is how much food he's carrying, and they'll carry a standard 10 at a time. You can upgrade that as you advance, but we'll get into that later. So once he gets 10, he's going to go back to his command center. He's going to drop it off, and then he's just going to come back, and he'll keep doing that until all the food is gone here. Now if we just single click on a bush, we can see how much food that it has. So here this one has 125. So all of these have 125 food, which will add to here. So this is our objectives button down here in the corner that was flashing, which means that something's changed on it. I don't know what has changed, but yeah, it doesn't look like anything has changed. But so we're just going to send another worker down here, and then I'm just going to kind of explore. I know that it said not to, but we'll see kind of what's going on. Okay, so there we have some nova. These green things up top here are nova crystals. And then here we have some ore. You can also fish the seas if they're close to the shore. So again, it's just like the food. It has 225 food though. So we can right click on there, and he's just going to start fishing. And again, he'll carry 10. I'm going to take this worker here, and we're going to just take him back. So he's going to deposit his 5. And we just right clicked on our command center here. We're going to do that. Now if we do click on our command center, we can build different units. Right now we can build workers. So he's going to kind of go over it here. So our command center, we're just going to left click on it. I'm just going to bring up a menu here, and then we can create worker. It tells you how much they cost. So when the little menu pops up here in the top next to where it says worker, it says cost 50 food, and then it just gives you an overview of what they do. It has their hit points of 40 attack. Hit points 40, attack is 3, armor 0, range is 0. So now he's going to teach us here how to fish. So since we already have one fishing, I'm not going to worry too much about that. So we're just going to go over here and collect carbon. Now they're just going to continuously cut down trees to collect this carbon. And again, you can select all the trees, and it tells you how much carbon there. They're 100 points each, and they will take 10 at a time, and back and forth. I think I'll get probably about 6 or 7 workers here going. It also tells you your command center. So your buildings, some buildings can hold units. So this building here can hold 15. It has a building attack strength of 5. if you put guys into the building, it will shoot back. It's kind of cool. It'll go over that. I think it goes over that in this one actually. And then a range of 6, so which is how far out it can see, and it will also shoot out that far. So we're going to left click again, create a worker, and it's going to come down here into our work queue. Different units take different amounts of time. So if you notice this red button down here flashing, it's got a little person with an arrow down here next to my mini-map on the left-hand side. I don't know if you guys can see my cursor, but so I'll try to be descriptive as possible. But it says idle worker, go to the next idle worker. So if we click on it, it's going to take us to him because he's not doing anything. Now, no matter where we're at on the map, it's going to bring us right to him. You can also hotkey this as period, and it's going to bring you to it. You can also do this with your army. If you hit comma, it'll bring you to the nearest idle military unit. So from here we can move him to where we need, and I think I'm going to start harvesting some ore, just because we do need 50 units of ore. And I'm going to bring him up here to get Nova. I'm going to hang tight on the carbon because we're almost there, so we'll go back to food because I'll need to get some more workers here. So I'm just going to kind of let them do their thing for right now. So again, he's talking about the Nova Crystal deposits up here. And again, we can left click on all these and it'll tell us how many resources, or how many units of that resource are available. So this button down here, we're just going to click on it, and all of our workers are going to go straight to it. And then we get this little icon up here that shows that our building is being occupied. And then this number down here shows us how many is in our building. So we have 5 right now, and there's an available 15. Now we can get them back to work in a couple different ways. The first way is if you single click them out, they're just going to spawn outside here. And it's going to tell you what he was doing. So he was the Nova carrier. So we're going to send him back to work on Nova. Or if we select them as a whole, we can hit this and it sends them all back to work at once. So we don't have to worry about what everybody was doing. We just click that and they all go back to work like nothing ever happened, which is great for us. It's not saying we have enough for, so I'm just gonna go over here and start collecting fish again, because I want to get some more. Oh, it's not gonna it's not gonna let us make any more units. I guess 5 is all that we can have. So we'll go ahead and put that back. We'll go up here and collect Nova. So I think because we were harvesting carbon, it kind of ended it before where it was supposed to. I think we were supposed to see Chewbacca and he was supposed to come in and whatnot, but because we had already met our goals, I guess they decided that we didn't need to worry too much on that. So, so yeah. Thanks for watching. We did the moving and attacking, or I'm sorry, moving and attacking, and then the gathering of resources on this one. I will be doing a building an army and a researching technology next time, so make sure that you stick around for that in my series of Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds. Thanks for watching,